Hello everyone, today what I've got for review is the Range musical present Santa. I got this as a birthday present actually, so this was really nice to receive. I saw one of these in the store a while back actually. I just saw the box, so this might have actually been the one I saw, so yeah. These are weird because they come in box and they also sell an accordion version, which just found on the shelves. I'm not complaining though, because it means that my one is in perfect condition. And unlike the Halloween boxes, these are just taped shut, which means that you can't get in there and, potentially damage it before you actually get it open. The box on this one's pretty good. It's not as good as like a Range box, but it actually has details about what it does. So you got the Santa here. It says 12 LEDs. I actually haven't checked that, but I'll believe it. Multicolor, yeah. Musical function, yeah. This is where it starts to get like poorly translated and a bit vague. Like moving elements, it doesn't tell you what moves, but I can tell you that that right hand from the camera's perspective moves, and the head has that, like, what's it called, like twitching motion, at least from a Halloween perspective. And then for some reason it's called Musical Present Santa instead of instead it's called Musical Present Santa instead of Animated Present Santa, which makes it a bit hard to find on the website. And I wouldn't have known that this existed if I hadn't been digging through the Christmas palettes a while back. I've actually got a video of me finding this. Fragile. My mum picked this up in store, so yeah. And then it's got some standard details on the back. It's got this weird barcode on this. This is like the Range. It wasn't discounted or anything, so yeah. It would be nice if it was a fully detailed box, but I'm not complaining. This is the cheaper version of the accordion one, which I mentioned was sold a few times earlier. That one has the exact same animation, but it's holding an accordion and it's got a whole Christmas tree behind it. And the Santa itself is a bit smaller. I like this one because it's only £39 instead of £40 instead of 50, which I know 50 is only £10 step up, but I just like it anyway. It's got a teddy, and I don't know what company make this. It feels China fake. I think it's Aroma. It could be, but there are elements of it that don't feel very Aroma-like. Like, Aroma does not have loose cables like that. But, it is Christmas after all. I mean, Aroma does use this audio. And speaking of which, this has this, it's like 8-bit. It's quite a jolly audio. It has loads of tracks on it. And Aroma has been known to use that audio, so it wouldn't surprise me. For a while I thought this was Rayland, which it most definitely is not. Rayland would be a lot more better quality than this. Rayland does make the Dancing Santas, which by the way have been awful quality this year. I have seen people buy the Scandi one, and every single time I've heard someone buy that, it has been broken out the box. Like, I know Ben Animatronic Inflatable bought one. Actually, I think he bought like 3 or 2, and each one of them was broken in some way. And then I know Skibbity Furby, he bought one of them and it broke as well, so he's trying to work on getting the head fixed on that. So yeah, if this is a great little alternative, if you just want a half body Santa, it doesn't have too much animation. Last year I was trying to get that 4-foot one, where I think the head turns side to side, but it probably would have just had this animation, which I'm glad I got this one. I actually need to take a trip to the Range and see what they have. Anyway, the details are good. It has this little drum, which is quite flimsy. It's not actually plastic damage. It's literally just like this little bit of foam. And it has LEDs going all the way around it. A little trombone and a present as well. And it has this odd little pocket for the batteries. Speaking of which, this battery pack is pretty low quality. The cables are inside are tight, so it doesn't have strain relief, which is good. But it doesn't have a screw here, and it's just a bit cheap how you got fully red wiring exposed. And yeah, you could probably just tuck it back there. I wouldn't use the pocket that it actually comes with. Like that, it's quite neatly hidden away on the box. You don't actually notice that. It doesn't show the back. Would I recommend this? Yeah, it's really good. Right, it has so many tracks, I only play a few, so here we go. That's the first track, that's Jingle Bells. I hope I don't set it off when I do this, but you can actually find where the sound sensor is. And it's actually on the chest there, which behind into the beard, which I think is actually really smart, because that means it's going to be sensitive, and obviously this is quite a cheap sound sensor. It wouldn't be that sensitive normally, like when you tap the bass, it doesn't go off. So having it under there is a really great way. When I first saw it, I thought it was a button, but it turns out it's a sound sensor. I'll do it again. This is my favourite track it's about to play. Bit of a shorter one there. And yeah, I think we'll do one more, then I'll show some more little details on this guy. Come on. There we are. A bit annoying how it has that weird gap in the tune there, but we'll turn that off and we'll go into some more details. Is the switch? Yeah, okay. So the mechanism is quite simple. I don't think it's the standard Aroma head and arms mechanism. I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, obviously, it's always up for debate, but I don't believe it is. It does have that sort of standard Aroma sort of plastic, and I can't tell what material the head is because it's stapled on. I think it's just just a standard plastic mask. I would have thought so. There. The mechanism does feel durable. It's one of those weird props where the cosmetics are great quality in places that is. There are sketchy bits like here, but the actual Santa is great quality, and the bear as well is quite good. But then it lets it down in the electronics section, like here. I wouldn't know how durable the mechanism would be, but it's been used loads of times, so I would have thought it'd be tried and true by this point. So I would say that you could probably easily convert this to run by an adapter, because you could you could either chop the wire here, and then chop a adapter from a 4.5 volts adapter plug, and then just have it plugged into a standard plug or something like that. Or you can use a battery adapter where you just put fake batteries in, and then that runs like that. I'd say this could actually be quite good in like a shop window or something, or just like some Christmas display where you want like a moving element that's going to be durable and last the whole season. I'd say this is a good one for that. Turn to the back of it. One thing I'm curious about is repair, because All animatronics are going to break eventually, and I intend to keep this guy for quite a while. Is that in my Christmas display? But I wouldn't know how to get in, because obviously there's hot glue here. I've had some poking around, so some stuff has come on hot glue. It'd probably have to be quite brutal. I wouldn't think you'd have to make an incision on the back, but if it came to it, I would do, because I really like this, and it's quite good value as well. One more thing I'd like to point out is that this base is polystyrene. If you lift up that bit there, you can see polystyrene back there, and yeah, LEDs go all the way around it. I quite like that it's only in this bit, and it does really sell the fact that he's in the sack quite well, because you actually do have that white rim of his coat at the bottom. I remember I was carrying this guy to the living room, and his bells were making a racket. Anyway, one thing I'd like to point out again is that the tape on this box, lifesaver. I would have got this guy out at the shop, and I'm sure many other people would have if it wasn't for that tape in the way. So that keeps this guy in really good nick compared to other animatronics. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching this review. I think we'll end out with one more song. It's going to be Jingle Bells again, but I guess you'll get to see the guy in action again. Yeah, it does play more than 3 songs. It has quite a list it goes through, and that hand is actually posable. You can put it in what position you like. Thanks for watching, everybody.